Y'all ready? Welcome in to the fifth dimension. Finding Inner Peace, the Dharma Talk with your host, Evan McDermott. And I want to welcome everybody into the Fifth Dimension podcast, where we are attempting to live more mindfully in the day-to-day. Quite simply, make this world a little bit of a better place. I'm your host, Evan McDermott. I want to thank you for tuning into this episode, and I feel inspired right now, and I just got off of an Instagram live chat with Josh Wilson, came on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and we talked about a lot of points that I really wanted to bring up on this show and share with you guys now. And a big theme of our chat was finding inner peace within ourselves. And, you know, overall, our theme going into the Instagram Live was to talk about the global events that are going on right now from a mindfulness perspective. So with the pandemic, right, there's only so much that we can control. We need to control what we can. And the only thing that we can control is our state of mind and our being, how we are approaching the day to day. And we need to make it a priority to find inner peace within ourselves. And what does it mean to find inner peace within yourself? I think this is a very personalized, individual answer, but it's one that you know the answer to. And for me, what does that look like? Well, when I wake up in the morning, I do breath work, I do meditation, I put myself in a creator mentality, and I go into the day saying, I am going to do the best that I can, and I'm going to spread compassion and kindness and love, and that'll be enough, and I am going to feel fulfilled in my being. So, you know, your energy can influence the room. When you take the time to find that inner peace, right? You can be the calming presence. You can be that influence. You know, look at what mass influential panic does. We're out of toilet paper, right? You know, there's panic in the media. There's a lot of anxieties. But when you take the time to step away from those anxieties and be that beacon of calm, it sets an example to others that we can be chill in this, and we can be still and listen to our higher selves. And, you know, I think this really plays into the idea that we as a society really need to take a step back. And that's done on an individual level, each person of society taking a step back individually. And we need to start asking ourselves, what are our individual priorities? I've been doing a Thich Nhat Hanh meditation lately, a particular guided meditation that I'll link in the description. And in it, he says that nothing is more important than my own inner peace. And, you know, we all are worried about others right now and wanting to help people and, you know, help the collective the best we can, but we can only do that when we are at peace with ourselves. If our needs are not met, how can we expect to fulfill more societal needs and help others along the way? So what is your priority? Take a moment for you. Take a step back and ask yourself, what is it that matters most to you? I found for me, what matters most is those connections, is community, is being the best version of me and pursuing my interests and talents and trying to help the overall collective in a unique way. So ask yourself, what is it that matters to you? I'm sure you'll find it is, you know, family and relationships. I think a lot of us are coming to that realization that maybe the lives we were living before were not in the betterment of our highest self or our, you know, collective needs. You know, was I living a life conducive to my own peace? And start establishing these practices now so that when real world comes back, however that may look, you'll be able to have this establishment of inner peace and going into the day with inner peace. We're given all this time to really explore ourselves. We can use it as an opportunity. And, you know, ask yourself, what kind of world do I want to create in the here and now, right? Time is an illusion right now. Nobody remembers what day it is, and they're all kind of blending together. But, what kind of world do you want to create in this moment? We can make all of these future plans. We can want to change the world in a grand way, but that can only be done through our actions in the here and now. All we ever have is this present moment. The past is the past. The future will come when it comes, and it'll be in the present moment. So take actions to find that inner peace and to begin working on ways to help others and be the best version of yourself and pursue creativity. When we begin to embody this mindset of peace, we begin living by a compassion and love. And society forever has been constructed on these third dimensional principles that they're not conducive to all oneness and compassion and love. So, when we find peace within ourselves, this calmness and this compassion, it becomes contagious, and compassion and gratitude sort of allow us to tap into abundance that's all around us. Right now, I feel such a stronger connection to other human beings, more so than I have at any other point. And we are going through this mass collective cataclysmic event, right? And even though we're physically distanced from one another, i.e. social distancing, we're so connected deeply, and it's through this oneness, this interconnectedness that exists between all of us, showing us our connection to others is really what matters more than anything. When we can help ourselves, we can take care of ourselves, we can begin to creatively find ways and brainstorm solutions to help others. We all bring something to the table. So, inner peace is all encompassing. When you can find inner peace, I know that everybody brings unique talents and experiences to the table, right? So if you can find inner peace with yourself, you begin to explore creatively, and you begin to find ways that you can help humanity, right? Every doctor wants to be the one who cures cancer, or, something along those lines. When you find peace within yourself, there's infinite possibilities. You can create the life that you want. You want to be a famous rapper? You can create that into your life. Do you want to, be a monk? You can create that into your life when you find peace within yourself, when you get in touch with all that is and the connections that exist in your life. And, when you establish a connection with yourself through inner peace, you begin to establish deeper, meaningful connections with others, and you begin to establish a life of prosperity and luxury. And, that becomes enough internal fulfillment. And we're always taught to look externally, whether it be, we want to earn the most money, to have the best job, and using these external modalities to create inner peace. Yet, inner peace is available at every moment. And that is going to be more fulfilling than any sort of external source, that you have. So with peace comes compassion, with peace comes love, with peace comes connection. And if we're going to create a world that's in a fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional reality, one that comes together as one humanity, solves issues such as, poverty, starvation, malnutrition. If we're going to solve these things, we need to find peace within ourselves, and that'll transcend to the collective, and we can creatively and uniquely shape a new world that are beyond the constructs of third dimensional reality. And I think that's really what peace is all about. So find ways to find peace right now. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Journaling, art, start a podcast, do whatever you feel called to do. And I understand that not everybody, maybe our physiological needs are not being met, but if you have the physiological needs met, food, water, shelter, and there are little things that you can look at and be grateful for, start finding peace. Start focusing on that and making that your emphasis for this quarantine, which, as Joe Mazzola put it on the last episode, could be a personal sabbatical. It's all about the mindset and how we are treating the situation we're in right now. We can establish that deeper connection to ourselves to create a deeper connection with the rest of the world. So that's going to wrap up this quick monologue. It's more of reflective for me and getting out some ideas that I had from a wrap up on Instagram Live. Be tuned into the Instagram because we're going to have more live chats and we're going to, have further engagement on there. So I'd love to hear from you guys on there. You can donate to the show if you'd like. PayPal is in the link. And give us a rating. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening at. YouTube, it'll be on there. Like, comment, subscribe. And, much love to everybody. I've been focusing a lot for me on finding peace, and I've really had a lot of breakthroughs, and it's successful. So I'm wishing you all nothing but peace and love and deep connections and prosperity coming all of our way. So hope is on the horizon. Love and compassion are on the horizon. They're all right there for us, and I'm looking forward to seizing them and taking ownership of them. Much love, everybody.